Well, information of almost all types is one of the most important commodities we have today. So accurate information is tantamount to the absolute most important thing we can get. The problem we've had in coastal areas is that some of the information we have is slightly deficient because it's very complex. We have water coming from streams in the sky, rainfall, combining with water coming from the coast. And we don't ever consider those at the same time. We found out in the Mississippi River that this made a huge difference, and we actually had to go back and redesign a number of the levees. So that deficiency is something that when you are prorating insurance and charging one group this and another group this, it has two problems. One, if somebody over here should have flood insurance and somebody over here is paying for all of the flood insurance, they bear a lot of the damages cost that this group has, and instead it's just not equitably distributed, and the people who don't have flood insurance, of course, get really harmed more in the long run. So the project that I'm working on is actually, for the first time, I think, looking at the statistical formulation of all of the issues that come together along with the physics-based modeling to put it into a single system that will let us improve our statistics of risk in this area. I think there's several groups we interact with very, very well in this in the area of hazard end users. Now, the end users, the FEMA flood maps is a good example. A lot of the regional managers have signed on to supporting this project and are very interested in what we're doing. The Coast Guard, interestingly enough, when they found out what we were doing, were very interested in us developing better scenarios, because the scenario is a time-dependent thing. It's like what part of the storm that enables their operations and or doesn't allow their operations. And they have to, if they can know up front what's going to happen in a particular storm or a particular type of a storm, or have a better idea, you never know exactly, it would help them prepare up front and also know what to look for post-event. I think the main products that we're going to be producing are going to be, in the first phase, some statistical models and coupled surge, stream flow, rainfall models that come together in a sense that are feasible to be run in an actual realistic application, not so computationally burdensome that you can actually that you cannot actually do it. And so in that regard, that set of models is one thing. The other part of the project, though, is educating people to understand where this is significant. Because there's a lot of places where it's not that significant. There are some places that it is very significant. And being able to take a model and run it in an area and find out, oh, we'd have never thought that the problem would be over here, and it is going to, I think, be an important educational component of what we're doing. And so we do have quite a bit of interaction with Jackson State and some of the other educational institutes.